The geometric mean of two positive numbers a and b is a positive number x such that a over x equals x over b. So what it's going to look like is this. Okay, a is one of your two numbers and b is your other. Okay, so what's going to really happen in this is we're going to multiply our two numbers together and we're going to take the square root. Okay, as you take a look at this, one of the things we're going to take a look at is a big long list here on the front page of your notes. Okay, and we'll go ahead and pause the presentation at this point to get our definition down and the equation written down. Okay, so on the front page of our notes, okay, the geometric mean, you can see the equation written up here again, a over x equals x over b. So what we're going to really be working with is we're going to be taking a look for the first level here at 5 over x and x over 20. Okay, and I'm going to cross multiply. Okay, so 5 times 20 is 100, and that's going to equal x squared. And we're going to take the square root of both sides. And our value for x is 10. Now, we're going to do one more here together right off the bat, and then I'm going to put you guys to work. Now, on our next one, we have 2 and 13. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 over x and x over 13. Now, when we cross multiply this time, x squared is going to equal 26. And again, that's not something that we can find the square root of perfectly. So what we're going to do for our x is just go ahead and put our answer in as the square root of 26. When you get down to a problem like right here, okay, below my green line, okay, this time we are looking for a, okay, but we know that our value for x is 4. And we need to figure out what a is. So we're going to cross multiply, so 8a is 16. That means that our value for a is 2. What we're going to do is I'm going to have you work with a partner for about 5 minutes to fill in the rest of that chart. And we'll go ahead and pause the presentation at this point in time and let the kids have their time to work on a chart. All right, so as we take a look at the answers here to this, we have a and b for 6 and 8. Okay, so when we go to work through that, we're going to get 6 times 8 is 48. That doesn't come out even, so we're going to leave our answer as the square root of 48. Okay, when we take 12 and 3, we multiply those together, we get 36, and the square root of 36 is 6. Okay, our next one, 11 and 11, okay, is going to be 11. For the next one down, a is 1, 9 is b, so we're going to multiply those together, and 1 times 9 is 9. We take the square root, we get 3. Our next one, we have 30 and 7. It's going to come out to be the square root of 210. And our last one, like this, we have 9 and 12 being multiplied together. And 9 times 12 is 108. So the square root of 108 is our answer. All right, for our next one, okay, for a and b, okay, a is 2. Okay, our x value is 8. So 8 squared is 64, and we divide that by 2. We get 32. Okay, for the next one, our x value here is 5. So 5 squared is 25. When I take 25 and divide by 5, I get 1. As you guys can look right here in this row where we've got the 11s, if your x and your a are both the same, your b is going to be 14 as well. Okay, for our next one, x squared is 225. And when you take 225 and divide it by 5, you will get 45 for your value for a. And on our last one, our x is 36. 36 divided by 4 is going to give you a value of 9. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and flip over to the back page of our notes, and we're going to start by taking a look here at these problems. We want to find our geometric mean of 12 and 27. Okay, so we're going to take 12 times 27, or 12, 27. Okay, so we're going to take 12 times 27, and that is 324. Okay, so x squared is 324. We take the square root of that. Our value for x becomes 18. Okay, for our next series of numbers, we've got 18 and 54. Okay, so we're going to have 18 over x equals x over 54. So we're going to multiply 18 times 54 together. Okay, that's 972. And that does not come out even. Okay, so we're just going to leave our answer as the square root of 972. And for our last numbers, again, 16 and 18. So we have 16 over x equals x over 18. Okay, when we cross multiply, 16 times 18 is 288. Okay, that does not come out even, so we're going to take the square root of that and just leave that as our answer for our value for x. Okay, any questions there with our geometric means? Okay, one last geometric mean. We want to find our geometric mean of 9 and 25. Okay, so again, you're going to put 9 over x. Let that equal x over 25. We're going to cross multiply. 9 times 25 is 225. That's going to equal x squared. Take the square root of both of those. Our value for x is 15. Any questions with geometric means? Okay, so with your arithmetic means, you're going to add your numbers and divide by your number of numbers. With your geometric means, you're going to multiply the numbers together and then take the square root. Okay, our last two things we're going to take a look at is just proportionality. And when we take a look at the proportionality and the problems that we want to look for, we want to find different values. And in this case, we want to find our value of SU. All right, now, the problem that we're given is this set of proportion up here. So we're going to go ahead and plug numbers in for that. What is our length from P to T? Okay, it's 8 and 10 combined, and those two give us 18. My value for PR then is 8. And that 18 over 8 is going to equal QU, which is 10 and x added together, over top of QS, which is just plain old 10. And now we need to cross multiply. So I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to get 18 times 10, which is 180. And I'm going to take 8 times 10 plus x, which is 80 plus 8x. Let's subtract 80 from both sides. So 100 equals 8x. And that means that our value for x is going to come out to be 12.5. So you're going to use the proportion that you're given within your problem in order to find the actual length of the value within your individual pieces. Okay. Our next example, we have SR over RQ. Okay, SR is 21. What's our length from R to Q going to be? Okay, it's going to be 14, because if you have 35 and 21, 21 plus 14 is going to give you 35. So SR is 21, RQ is 14, and then ST is 24, and TP is x. So we're going to cross multiply. We get 21x, and then 24 times 14 is 336. And we're going to divide both sides by 21. So 336 divided by 21 is going to give us 16 for our value for x, and that's the length from P to T. Okay, at this point, we'll go ahead and stop the presentation and pass out the worksheet for homework tonight on section 7.2.